Dr. Waller, thank you very much for your time. So I understand that these chicks were abandoned by their parents. Why did their parents abandon them?
Hi, Sally. Yes, that's correct. We think that it's a combination of a shortage of food as well as heat stress.
Why is there a shortage of food? What do they eat?
They rely on sardine and anchovy as their main source, and at the moment the sardine stocks are exceptionally low, as well as anchovy, and so the sardine and anchovy do fluctuate naturally. We've just had a few years, specifically with sardine, of really low recruitment, and so the sardine stock is just in a decline, which is really worrying. So yeah, just very, very poor food stocks with the sardine and anchovy at the moment.
So this seemed like a sort of the parents just all departed. Is that what happened? It sounds quite dramatic.
It does, and it does seem dramatic. But if they, if they're struggling to feed themselves, they will. At a push, they will, what's the word I'm looking for? They'll choose their own survival over that of their chicks. They are the breeding stock. They need to ensure their own survival over that of their chicks. It's obviously a last resort. And I think at the same time, we've had a few days of really warm weather and just kind of everything happening all at once.
Is this a protected species? Are they endangered at all?
Yes, it is. They are endangered. It's one of a number of endangered species that we have: African penguins, Cape cormorants. Which was really concerning, which is why we were supported to intervene by Oceans and Coasts of DEF.
All right, so now these Cape cormorants, their breeding ground is on Robben Island. You realised there was a problem with these cormorant chicks. So just tell us about the rescue operation, how many chicks you rescued and how they're coping now.
Okay, so Robben Island is one of a number of breeding sites for the Cape cormorant. There were about 3,000 pairs on Robben Island at the time. Sanccob has a African penguin and seabird ranger that supports the Robben Island Museum environmental unit, and on his patrols he noticed that a number of the chicks had been abandoned, and so he monitored and noticed that the parents weren't coming back, so he immediately notified Sanccob as well as the environmental unit at Robben Island Museum. And so that we initiated a rescue. All the chicks, as many as we could, the chicks that had survived. We transported them, we collected them from the island, boxed them, transported them with the help of Two Oceans Aquarium and the NSRI to our centre in Tableview. And there they were hydrated and stabilised and then sorted into different rehabilitation pens depending on their size and their health. We're not sure how long they had been abandoned for, so some of them were really quite compromised, dehydrated, malnourished and heat stressed. And so we had about a 9% loss of chicks within that first 24-hour period. But they are doing really well now. We lose the losses that we have daily are a lot less. They're starting to feed on their own, which is fantastic. And yeah, we monitor. We've only got about 30 chicks left in our ICU, and they're monitored. Their weights are measured daily to check. But yeah, they're doing much better now, and so it's just a process of monitoring very carefully with the birds being in captivity now, that we don't have, it is stressful for them. It's not normal, obviously, and so we just want to be mindful of any disease outbreaks given their enhanced stress. And so they're monitored daily. Any birds that do die are sent for disease testing, so we can monitor for that. But we are encouraged that our mortality daily is a lot less. The birds are free feeding, which is a very good sign. Since we've rescued these birds. On the 12th of January, we've gone through about 2.5 tons of anchovy, and we expect to get...
that's a lot of tins to open.
But we're going to get through we estimate around 20 tons.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you so much for telling us about this incredible rescue mission for these Cape cormorant chicks off Robben Island.